Hello everyone, in this tutorial we'll finish our race. First of all, let's take a look at one of the moments of the behavior of our AI car. There can be some moments that, for example, currently our AI cars moves based on the targets of our checkpoints, and they try to hit the center of the checkpoints, and there it will be a moment that, for example, that they miss the center of the checkpoint. So in order to show it, I will increase the speed of our car and also acceleration, and here you can see that they are spinning now because they try to hit the center of the checkpoint, and once they hit the center of the checkpoint they move to another checkpoint. And how we can fix it in our script, for example, we can write the code if car hit the target, not just the center, it simply move to another checkpoint. So we go to the script, car control, and here we'll look for the public void checkpoint hit. And we add another condition for AI car, if is AI, then condition if CP checkpoint number equal to current target, then we move our car to another checkpoint. So we need to copy the code, this code, so we increment the target and randomize all of the targets. So let's save this code and try to test it. So now you can see that they are not spinning any longer, so it doesn't really matter. At least if car hit the checkpoint, it moves to another checkpoint. So that's how we fixed the spinning of the car. Next, what we want to make is to finish the race. So I will drive around, and once I finish the race, I will lose control of my car, and my car also will behave similar to the AI cars. And lap time will be stopped as we finish our race. So again, we go to the car control script and go to the lap completed function. Here we need to add additional statement if current lap smaller or equal to race manager instance total laps, then we do counting and also display our time. So we move these things here. So it means that if we are still in a race, that current lap is less or equal to total laps. Otherwise, if we finish the race, we write else and for our player car, if is not AI, which means that our player car, we make it the AI car. First of all, we control it by the keyboards, but now it will be, after the race, it will be controlled as similar to AI cars. So we make it true. Is AI true? So we made the player car is AI car after the race. We also give it the constant speed, so it will move with the constant speed. AI speed mode equal to 1. Again, we randomize all the targets. And we also need to update the best lap time. If we beat the best lap time. And in the race manager script, let's create additional function, so we will know that we finished the race. I create additional bool variable, public bool race completed. And once we finish the race, we make this variable race completed equal to true. Save and go back to the car control script. And here, when we finish the race, we also call this function race manager instance finish race. Now we can save it and check the script. So here in the race manager we have this public bool variable race completed. I will also decrease number of laps to 1. So we will check this toggle. Now we can see that this toggle is activated, and also the car moves. As AI cars, I don't click any button, so it moves automatically as we completed the race. And also time stopped counting, so we program it correctly. Next thing we wanna make is to show the race result. For this procedure we go to our canvas. It's better to switch to the 2D mode, so it will be more easy to operate with it. For canvas I will add an additional panel, UI panel, change its size, so I hold the Alt button and make it smaller. Also I will make it not transparent, and change color. Next I need to locate some labels here on the panel. I will increase size a bit. And right here, race completed. Align it to the center. Also hold Alt and increase size to make it in one line. Next I will duplicate this label and move it down, and here will display the position you finished at. For example, it will be you finished third by default, and we will change it by the script. Firstly, we go to the UI control script and add additional text here, text element, race result text, and also game object for the panel, public game object result screen. Save it. After that we go to the race manager script and here we will switch different position of the player. Why we wanna switch different position? Because we wanna not simply write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we wanna write the position with, for example, these letters RD third, first, second, fifth, sixth, and so on. So for different position we need to write different statements. Firstly, I will add this panel to the result screen, and also I will add this text we want to change to the text element. Here it will be position label, and here it will be position indicator. Next we go to the script and we'll use switch functions based on the player position results. So write switch player position and then different cases. Case 1. In case 1 it will be UI control script dot instance dot raise result text dot text, and here we write you finished first. And then we need to write break for each of the case. So case 1 means that player position is equal to 1. Then case 2 means that the player position is equal to 2. And here we'll write UI control instance race result you finished second. And also again break. Then case 3 we'll write you finished third. And otherwise means default for the case. For the switch function it's default, similar to if else. And here we write you finished then plus player position plus th, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. And we also need to activate the result screen panel. UI control instance result screen set active true. Let's save it and test. By default this panel will be hidden from the scene, and once we finish the race we will be able to see this panel. So now we have this panel is completed and you finish second, as I finish the second. Next thing we want to make is to menu screen. Here, first of all, I will locate additional button. UI button text mesh pro. I will move it down, also change the size of it. And here it will be written exit race. Then I will create another scene for the main menu. Here's my S1 scene. And here I'll create another one. Create scene, main menu. And we open this scene. Firstly, we will locate different UI elements. So firstly we create a canvas. Then let's create panel. Or let's not locate panel, let's simply change the background here to some color, and we, instead of skybox, we will use solid color. Then in the canvas locate text mesh pro element, we will write main menu. Here align it by center and locate several buttons. UI button text mesh pro. It will be the play button. And button play, we can name it, and button quit. Quit. And then let's create additional script, main menu. and open it. As we created as we have two scenes, we need to be able to switch between them from main menu to our scene. For this procedure, we need to connect additional namespace, additional library. So here we write using Unity engine scene management. So that's how we connected the scene library. Currently it's not highlighted because we didn't use any function of the scene switching. So once we write any function, it will be highlighted similar to this one. Firstly, we create some labels. Public string level to load, public string main menu. Level to load is our game and menu is the main menu. Then we create a function public void start game. When we start game, we wanna open this scene. So we write scene manager load scene. That's how we can load the scene, and then we need to provide the name of the scene we wanna load. So level to load and semicolon. And now you can see that this library is highlighted as we use the corresponding function from this library. This is the first function for start the game, and also we need to write a function for quit the game. So we write public void back to menu. Back to menu means that we go from our game to the main menu. So again, we use function scene manager load scene, but here we provide the main menu name of the scene. And the final function for quit the game, public void quit game. Application dot quit. Application quit means that it won't work from the Unity editor, but it will work once we build the game. So build the game means that we'll launch it independently from Unity. It will be shown in the end of this tutorial. And in Unity we can check that this function works by simply printing something in the console. So in console we will print game quit. Let's save this script and add these functions to corresponding buttons. Firstly, we will attach the script main menu to the canvas and then two buttons. I select two buttons, so first of all we need to click plus sign in order to add script and then select functions. For button play we need to select the start game function. For button quit we need to select quit game, and also we need to provide name of the scene. Level to load is our game S1, and for the main menu name. And names should be the same, otherwise it won't be load. Also in build settings we need to add corresponding scenes, otherwise we won't be able to switch between them. For example, now if I will click the play button, it will show me an error, and because this scene couldn't be loaded, so you need to add it to the build settings. We go to the build settings, we can add open scenes, the main menu scene will be open, and we can drag and drop another scene as one. So now if we try to test it again, firstly let's try to test quit button. So we click quit, it writes us game quit, and if we click play we will switch to our game. So let's save this scene, and here exit race we also add corresponding function back to main menu. Canvas panel button. Firstly we drag and drop script main menu to canvas, then click plus canvas, select function, back to menu. And we also need to provide name, level to load S1, here main menu. And let's try to test it one more time from this main menu scene. Again, play, exit race, so we switch between scenes. So as it works, I can hide this panel from the screen. Panel, finish race. And the last thing, let's add the pause panel. For example, during the race you wanna click the escape button and you wanna pause the game. So here for the canvas let's add additional panel pause menu. And write paused here. So I will copy some elements, locate them in the pause menu, label pause. Here write paused. Then create several buttons. UI button text mesh pro. First button will be named resume. If we wanna resume our race, we use this button. Resume. Then another button will be named as exit race or back to the main menu. And the last button will be named as quit game. Quit. So these three buttons we need to configure. Firstly, we go to the UI control script. Add another game object, pause screen. Public bool is paused. Then in the update function we will control the pressing of the escape button. So write the condition if input get key down, key code dot escape, we will execute the function we will create. So let's create function public void pause unpause. So this function we will call when we press the escape button. And we'll simply switch the bool variable we created is paused, and based on its condition we will activate the pause screen. So then we write pause screen, set active to the corresponding state of the bool variable is paused. And if it's paused, if it's true, then we stop everything. Previously we used function time delta time, but here we'll use the function time scale. And if it's equal to 0, that everything will be stopped in the unity. Otherwise, if this time scale is equal to 1, everything will go back to the normal speed. So if it's 0, everything is stopped. If it's 1, everything goes at the normal speed. So by this variable we can change time in Unity. Let's save this and add corresponding functions to the buttons. To these buttons, first of all, we click plus, then drag and drop canvas. Here, for the resume button, we use function pause and pause. For exit race, we use function back to menu. And for the second button, we use function quit game. Let's also drag and drop corresponding panel here. Pause screen. And hide it by default. So now you can see the time is counting, but if I click the escape button, it stops counting. So then I can resume, it will continue counting. Then I can go, click escape, and everything will be stopped. Then I can exit race, I can play, and I can quit game. So now let's try to build the game. And also one more thing, exit race, play, and here we can see that time is not counting because we click the pause menu. So when we click some other function, for example back to menu, we also need to change the time scale back to normal. So let's try to test it one more time. So escape, exit race, play, and now time is counting again at normal. So the last thing I want to show here is how to build the game. So for building the game we need to go to the build settings. Also, since we are working this, they should be activated. Then you need to select the target platform you want to build your game for. It can be the cross-platform, Windows, Mac, or Linux. Currently the build support for Macs is not installed for me, but you can add any install for, here you can see that it's only Windows build support, and you can add any additional one. For example, here you will activate Mac build support, and then you will be able to build your game for Mac. Also can build your game for mobile phones, iOS, Androids, and so on. Then let's consider player settings. Here you can change the company name, for example, to your name. You also can change the game, name of the game, then you can select the icon for your game. Example is race icon. Then you can select screen settings, full window, window it, maximized window, so different settings. You can also upload splash image that when your game is downloading, this image will be shown, and some other settings. So then you just, once you configured all of the settings, you need to click build, select the folder, I will select this folder, and then you just need to wait for some time. So once it's built, we can start it. Here you can see that the icon that our game has, then we double click it and it will be started. Here first of all splash image, you can change it in settings, and if I click quit now, it will be quit. Then I also can play, and we can compete with other cars. I can click escape, then I can exit race or resume. Then I can reset the car back to track, so all of this function will work.